But I'm going to begin, Diego, by saying, I mean, you've said before that you were terrified of Darth Vader when you were growing up. And I was wondering, now if you finally kind of overcome that, now you've been involved in the film and seen the kind of mechanics behind the way it all works, do you think you finally got rid of that kind of hoodoo?
No. No, if I hear his breathing, I just get the chills. I mean, obviously, I've been acting since I'm 6. Even back then, I knew what was going on, you know, and I used to be part of the whole process of my father, who's a set designer, so I would see people getting ready to bring this fantasy to the audience. That doesn't mean I cannot get easily into believing the fantasy, you know, believing the world that is presented to me as audience. I love being audience, and I try to disconnect the other half of my brain that works as a filmmaker, as a professional that is always judging the process of others, and I like to be audience. I like to be just get immersed into a world that you start believing in and that starts making you feel things, you know.
I just thought maybe you would have seen sort of the actor playing Darth Vader sitting in the cafeteria with his kind of helmet on the floor eating pasta.
It happens. Like after the 3rd day, you're like, oh, come on, can you tell that Death Trooper to get into the mark? Or you know, you start losing respect for you know, for the idea or the concept, and you start seeing the professional behind. But I have to say that the line is not that clear to me with Star Wars. It's the only thing that I truly have to say that there was moments when I was running and shooting and you know, shooting a stormtrooper and see him fall, and I would be like, damn, this is so cool. And then I had to be reminded, oh shit, I'm working. Yeah, I'm supposed to get there. But there was always moments of like, holy crap, I'm doing Star Wars. I'm part of this, and it's real because they make it so real for you. Like everything works, you know. The weapons, they give you a kick, they make a sound. So when you shoot, you don't see the laser coming out, but everything else, it's pretty real. It feels like you are experiencing it for real, and that's amazing for an actor also, because then you just have to react. It's not, you just have to be there, you know.
Because you seem to like sort of getting involved in politically minded films. I mean, do you put Rogue One in that same bracket? Are you treating this like a kind of quite relevant war movie? Is that the way you've kind of approached this from the outset?
I think stories can trigger certain kind of debates, you know, can trigger things in an audience to start reflecting on something. And I think this film can trigger stuff that is needed today and pertinent. I wouldn't call it a political or not political film. I just would say this film talks about stuff that we should remind ourselves these days. This is the darkest times in the galaxy. You know, there's no Jedis around. There's no one there to do the job for us, and it's the people who has to get involved. And it's about that. It's about people understanding that if we work together as a team, we can achieve great things and we can bring change. You know, and today the world we live in, it's asking for the same. It's asking for us to get involved and not just see it and say like, "Whoa, things are going terrible." No, it's like, what are you gonna do? Who thinks like you out there? Go out, connect with them, and you'll find out you're stronger. So I think that message is pertinent, and I'm glad to be able to use the platform of Star Wars to influence young people around the planet to say, it's about you. You can be the hero of your story, you know? You should be the hero of your story. Don't wait for someone to come and with a lightsaber save your life. You can do something.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,